right, so we got an awful lot to get to tonight right now, and it's I don't know if you guys have noticed, but crypto's kind of in a poopy place. Let me sum up real quick, and then I'm going to turn it over to Cosmos DeFi, and he'll explain it all. But it seems like we always try, from an educational standpoint, we always kind of tap dance around this and why crypto is in the state that it's in, particularly when it comes to altcoins. Crypto's zero. All right. This is introduction to crypto would probably be a better term. Here's what happens. All right. When you buy a token, when you buy any token, doesn't matter what it is, you take your real money and you give it to these people, and they give you fake money. They give you internet money. They give you whatever they happen to dream up, whatever that smart contract happens to say, and you're going to hold those tokens. Now, crypto, for at least 98% of the crypto degen world, your only intent, the only reason that you would buy those tokens is in hopes of selling them to somebody else for more than you paid for them. That is crypto zero to everybody out here who just does not seem to get this. You're giving them real money, and you're hoping that you can get more for it. Now, I understand this sounds like stocks. This sounds like any other kind of trading. I get it. But crypto is very unique in the fact that there's so much hype, speculation, and the fact that it was a bubble that makes people seem to look at things a little bit differently. They put aside their reality. They put aside their own common sense and say, no, this thing is going to go up. It has to go up because of XYZ. Now, XYZ never came to pass. XYZ will not come to pass because all you're going to do is continue to give them your cash. They're going to give you their tokens, which they didn't pay for, by the way. They printed them up. So you're giving them a whole bunch of money. They're giving you a whole bunch of tokens, and all your entirety of your being out here in the crypto market is to sell it for more than you paid for it. That's it. There is no product. There is no organic revenue. There is none of these because they don't have one. All they have is a token. The token itself is a product. That's it. And this is millions of tokens now, not just a few, not just 5,000, 10,000, or 20,000, but we're talking millions that exist out there right now. That is an awful lot of money that you give to people to write a smart contract. They take that money, they put it in their pocket, and they give you tokens, digital tokens. They have no interest in it. They don't care because any amount of money they get for those digital tokens is profit for them. Any amount of money because they didn't have to put anything into it. So just to be clear on that. So before I bring Joe up here and let him shill ATONE, I think it's funny. I think it's fascinating. And I want to see where he goes so he and I can have a little bit of argument. For me, where I'm sitting, it's the most exciting thing to happen to the cosmos in years. Is ATONE. I'm not buying it. I'm not getting anywhere near this. I got a hunch I know how this is going to work out. But as far as embracing the degeneracy that used to be Cosmos, and that is still crypto, very few things, in fact, nothing out here in the Cosmos is doing what ATONE is doing. And whether I'm in it or not, you cannot simply discount the relevance that it has right now from a speculative standpoint. So with that, Joe, are you still with us, Joe?
I don't think I could have ever done a better job than you explaining the state of cryptocurrency. That was pretty dark and it was good, man. I like that.
How's that possible?
Anyone who's tuned in has either tuned out or started crying.
But you're the number 3 voice of the cosmos, dude. You're an award-winning journalist, man. You guys I didn't even make the damn list. So I appreciate that, man. That accolade means an awful lot to me.
That was good.
All right, so let's talk about ATONE for a minute here, man, because what
sure.
I just mentioned, I believe it. It is the most exciting thing that's happening over here in crypto.
I agree.
Because nothing is happening in the cosmos. So what's a multiplier of 0? Tends to be 0. But in this case, ATONE seems to be breaking that. At least it's got some energy behind it. And there's an awful lot of weird shit going on with this one. So why don't you go ahead, Joe? I know you're the voice.
Sure.
You're the voice of ATONE. You're the one who's actually going out there putting your face on it. So go ahead and do it, man. Let's have some fun.
You mentioned before that these crypto companies, they call themselves foundations or labs. And they don't have any revenue other than to print fake money and exchange it with you for real money. And then depending on how successful they are at doing that, they have a certain amount of runway where they could play around with code and travel and, you know, LARP as business executives and all that. So Cosmos, which is one of the original ecosystems, innovative blockchains when they first came out, the founder, Jae Kwon, along with a second founder, co-founder, Ethan Buckman. Long story short, Cosmos became pretty big in the beginning, and they ended up with two foundations, each founder going to their own. And Jae Kwon, who, you could say he invented proof of stake the way it's used, which is a way to verify the transactions in the blockchain and who has what money on the network. He was pushed out of the original Cosmos vision. It has since taken a hard left turn, pun intended, and is now flirting with the idea of providing infrastructure for nation states that will issue central bank digital currencies. So that's where Cosmos is at now. They have a massive treasury because they did their token sale in Bitcoin and ETH. And I believe their treasury is around $350 million. Okay. Each founder got about 10% of the supply, which at its peak, I believe, was about $11 billion. So these guys had about $500 million each in the token. It's great. You could pretty much do whatever you want with that. You could fund your company. Jae Kwon, who was pushed out, he started building his own network. All right. He's the true wizard behind proof of stake. He kind of became reclusive, just building, doing whatever. He's got actually two different projects that have two different purposes. And ATONE, which you mentioned earlier, is what they describe as the community fork of Bitcoin. He didn't like the direction of the network, didn't like the way governance was carried out, split the network, made his own. That's the background on ATONE. Where do you want me to go from there? And by the way, ATONE is short for Atom 1. So you have Atom Classic on one side. That's the original Atom. That's like the puppy that lost his way. And then you have ATONE, which is like the puppy who grew up and found his way. Now, where do you want me to go from there?
Pardon me. I get it. I'm a little verklempt.
I was there for a week.
God,
I get
verklempt. I forgot. That was Michael Myers. Remember that?
Verklempt.
Yeah, you remember that? That's old day, man.
Verklempt.
Yeah. I think based on that community chat that you pulled me into over there, going on X, and I'm sure I tried their telegrams, dude. I cannot sit through that stuff, man. That's just absolute peak madness that's going on over there. I'm like, you guys are all out.
It's fun.
Goddamn. And I mean, I'm a deep.
Have some fun.
I can't even read it, dude. I mean, you go to bed and you wake up and there's 1,100 messages. How am I going to parse 1,100 messages?
Let me sell it. Let me sell it to the audience right now.
Okay, go ahead.
And this was confirmed today. So in order to speak in the chat, you have to be a verified user. You cannot have a cat photo as your PFP. You must be a real person. And if it is suspected that you're fake, you're not allowed to talk in the chat. You could be an observer, but you can't share links. You can't, weigh in on things because it is assumed that you are a bot or whatever the Web3 version of a catfish is. But today, because of this verification process, ATONE has 7 real female participants in the community.
I don't believe that for a second.
And that is the most. They are all verified. Even some of them had to do Zoom chats to prove they weren't fake, trying to steal money from unsuspecting crypto people.
Was it one of those they sent you the Zoom link and then you had to install a little piece of software real quick so that you could actually use it? Was it that kind of Zoom link?
No. Jay had to verify them if he suspected they were fake. And it's basically a way that you could choose to become like a trustworthy, vocal participant in the community. 7 women, 7
oh my
in
God.
one Telegram chat. That's the most.
You know what? You know what? They could have 8, but I haven't been invited.
Oh, you don't want none of that.
You don't have to be invited. It's public. I'll share it right after this.
Put it in YouTube. Put it in the YouTube chat. Share it with everybody, man. Bell, just approve.
Can you put links in YouTube?
Yeah, Bell will approve it. Yeah, go
it's
for it.
It's called the ATONE Rapture Club. ATONE again. Atom 1 is the name of the network. ATONE is the token.
All right.
It's clever.
Here's what people want to get down to, man. Look, I've been out here doing this shit a long time. You've been out here doing this stuff a long time. Here's what people want to know, and that's why we're doing this and starting with ATONE. So the rumor, which seems to be pretty well verified, is that Jay is dumping all of his Atom tokens, and he
didn't even start yet.
Okay. Yeah. But he's using that money to purchase ATONE. Is that correct?
He has, just to make a point. He bought some of it off the open market with his own money. The price spiked. It has since retraced. It's his leverage against the rest of the people that he believes, or the people who pushed him out of his own company deceptively and are now sitting at the helm of a $350 million treasury that really is probably due to his work as a programmer, as a coder. And that leverage, it's been working. So I don't want to reveal too much. I don't know the details. He is in talks right now with the Osmosis founder, and it looks like there's going to be some type of big transaction going down involving Osmosis. I don't know anything else besides that. You got to get in the Telegram, which I shared in the chat, and I'll reply to your tweet that is streaming this right now. And people can ask for themselves, but you got to be you got to be
But verified. I'm not, dude, this is Crypto Inferno, man. All right, I'm not asking. I'm asking for speculation here. All right, this is what we do.
Oh yeah,
people tune in because they
want
to know
his tokens.
They want to know, will ATONE go up? That's what they want to know. That's it. So let's get to the bottom and figure out if it will.
Let's go right to CoinGecko here, and I'm gonna we're gonna do some maths for you.
Maths?
Is that what the British people, they call it maths or maths?
Oh my God,
I don't know. So Atom 1, the community fork of Cosmos, the market cap is $276 million, $250 million. However, on the DEX where you would actually trade for it, there is such thin liquidity that it will not take much. If Jay does decide to dump all of his Atom tokens, which are unbonded and liquid, into a liquidity pool, you will see price discovery in a positive way for once in Cosmos.
And that's kind of the unusual thing. But again, this is
extremely unusual for founders to actually buy their own token. Usually they just create it out of thin air and give it to themselves and their friends and then expect everyone else to buy it. And really, not only have I talked to Jay before, I interviewed him on my channel like 2 years ago. This is the other thing that has gotten me interested. He's looking to make a point, but also looking to build something very serious. That was his original vision when he got involved in this technology in the first place.
We're talking project. Can't you text him and just tell him to jump on? Bell will share the link. I would love to talk to him. He's a nutter, man. I would have such a good time with that.
Good luck.
No,
good luck going through. You got to go through layers of handlers.
No,
because he is not a public guy.
No, yeah. I mean, he's an actual, no. And I get all that.
When I interviewed him last time, he sat in his house, in a place in his house where the sun was like reflecting off of his face, so you could barely see him, and he definitely did it on purpose.
Okay, well, you know what? Hey, look, we can do the whole interview from this screen. You guys see this one? There you go. We'll put Jay. Go ahead and do the Jay voice, and I'll just pretend I'm interviewing Jay. So Jay,
I can't
tell me why are you doing this, man? I mean, I got to ask, and I'm asking on behalf of the entire crypto community. What the fuck, man? All right, Atom doesn't do anything, and ATONE is going to do even less. So what point are we trying to make here? I could do the whole interview like that, dude. I think it'd be fine.
All right. I'll drop it in the chat. I'll throw it out there. Yeah. He's a good interview. Super smart. Very aware of what's going on in the space. And obviously, you could say crypto's all gambling and stable coins.
It is.
But at its core, the actual concept of blockchain is the interesting technology, and he's responsible for that consensus mechanism that the Cosmos chains use in order to sell tokens to retail.
This isn't what I wanted to talk about tonight, dude. I was all fired up for this because I said me and you were going to go and hit it.
Well, you started with let's talk about a plane crash, and then you basically told everyone not to buy crypto.
And I had to mention, I'm not telling you not to buy crypto. I don't give a shit what you do. What I'm asking you specifically, Joe, is should people buy ATONE?
I would never tell people what to do with their money, but if you like volatility, at least watch it. I did buy some. I don't know if I'm up or down. I'm probably like pretty close to where I think I started buying it like $1.40. It's like $2.25. I bought some because, like I said, the founders buying the token has pledged to buy more of the token. The liquidity is very thin. We've seen what volatility looks like in the downward direction.
Yeah.
So for me, it's math, and of course, there's a little bit of.
Let me.
I have some gamble in me. I gamble.
All right. Let me pivot this a little bit. What does it do? What does it do? If I asked you and you said, "Yeah, you should buy ATONE. Take a look at this volatility. It's a lot of fun," and I ask, "What does it do?" How would you answer that? Go ahead, Joe. I'm going to even.
I can't answer that. I don't know.
I mean, I asked you a question. Very, very simple question.
Sure.
The fuck does it do?
No idea.
Okay, there we go. And I'm going to give you another round of applause because I don't think you could sum up crypto any better than that. What does it do? Fuck, I don't know.
It's like a stock that has zero assets on the books and zero revenue, but there's an idea that is tantalizing to a select few. That's how I would describe most tokens. ATONE, I don't want to say the wrong thing. It is not the gas token of the blockchain. There's a dual token mechanism.
What's that other one? Is like Proton or some shit like that.
You need that to transact. So ATONE, I'm guessing besides governance, it's going to be a liquidity token on the chain. That remains to be seen. It's I'm guessing they're negotiating for the DEX right now with Osmosis.
And this is one of Osmosis, those to get Proton, you got to burn ATONE. Is that kind of how it works? Some shit like that.
Yeah, there's an app. You just swap it, so it's a one-way burn, and then you get some photon, and you only need a couple bucks, $1 or $2, and you're good with that. But however, as our mutual friend likes to say, liquidity leveraging, there's even less liquidity for photon. Like I'm looking at Osmosis right now. ATONE has two main pools that add up to $1 million. Which is nothing.
Wait, go back. So it's $1 million with the market cap. What'd you say, about 370? 270. So $270 million market cap, but it's got a $1 million liquidity pool that only exists in this one location. Yeah. All right. So it is worth absolutely nothing. It is worth less than nothing.
It's worth what the liquidity is.
It's
mantra. If everyone's selling it.
It's mantra. Remember $6 billion market cap and no real things, and then one little thing happened and that son of a bitch dropped off.
Yeah, but they had at least liquidity on centralized exchanges, where here the only liquidity is in these couple of shallow pools on Osmosis, and Photon, Lord Jesus, Photon has less than $100,000 worth of liquidity.
You're fucked, man. Chihuahua has more than that.
Yes, which means. But here's the thing. If someone is going to buy it, it's going to move. You're going to know right away. Right. Yeah. Like if I'm going to, like, let's just say I want to buy $1,000 worth. There's going to be slippage on that, I would imagine.
Yeah. There's going to be slippage on top of the swap fees, man, because even
not
at
much.
That,
so
you're still looking at, what is that? I'm trying to think, 1,000, 10,000, 100,000. So you're still going to get some IL on that, or some slippage on that. Absolutely. Well,
I shouldn't call it slippage. It's price impact. It's price discovery, because
it's slippage.
When your token only trades in a liquidity pool, you get true supply and demand for that moment in time. And if there are only people buying, it's going to go up, not exponentially, but in the beginning, it's going to go up.
Okay.
In a hurry. And then it'll taper off.
So let me because again, you are the voice of the cosmos. And hey, number 3, dude, I didn't make the list. Not that I'm bitter. 7 years, Bell. We've been out here 7 years talking about Cosmos shit. And they do the top 25 Cosmos influencers, so we didn't make the list. Fuck you.
Nope.
Doesn't matter. So here's the kicker, man. Let's I'm gonna pretend you're Jay for a minute. Who holds the vast majority of ATONE?
That I don't know.
You did Dick for you're the voice of Atone. You are the atonement. All right, you're Cosmos Atonement. That's who you are right now. And you don't know who holds the goddamn token. You don't know who holds the bulk of it.
I know about a third of it is staked, so a third of it is out of circulation.
Fine, but it has an unlimited supply, so it really doesn't matter how much is staked, and we can't really even base it on that because it's got an unlimited supply, same as Atom. So okay, so
I don't really know how to read these wallets, but it says there's a bonded tokens pool. I'm guessing that's the staking amount. So
I would
that's the biggest chunk is staked.
Okay.
The biggest chunk.
So who holds the unstaked? That's the ones that we care about out here. Who holds the unstaked?
It was airdrop. There was a huge airdrop that went to a lot of wallets. So there was an effort to distribute it. I don't know if it was gamed. I don't know if the team got the majority of it. I don't know. I'm guessing if the team got the majority of it, maybe there's some vesting. Otherwise,
sure.
Why would Jay need to buy it? He could do what everyone else does, just sell it. I mean, he could probably pull a couple $1 million out right now if he wanted to, but he's not doing that.
Okay, and you know for a fact that he won't do that.
No, I don't know that.
Okay.
I said I have some gamble in me.
You ain't got that kind of gamble. All right, let's